All right, quick question. What's the first food that pops into your head when you think about building muscle? For 99% of us, the answer comes automatically: the egg. For decades, we've been told, almost like a law, that the egg is the king of protein, the standard against which everything else is measured. And hey, it's not like they're wrong. Eggs are an amazing food. But what if I told you that you've been overlooking a small, humble seed that not only has more protein gram for gram, but also gives you a combo of nutrients the egg can't even dream of? And what if the solution to slowing down that age-related loss of strength, regaining your vitality, and building a strong body at any age wasn't in the chicken coop, but in the field, in one of the oldest plants on Earth? I'm Dr. Sarah Collins. Stay with me because today we're going to bust one of the biggest myths in nutrition. I'm going to reveal not one, but several seeds that challenge the egg's reign. And at the end, I'll show you the number one, the undisputed champion that could forever change the way you fuel your muscles. Before diving into these powerful seeds, we need to talk about a silent enemy, a thief that slowly robs us of strength, mobility, and independence without us even noticing. Its name is sarcopenia. Maybe the word sounds like something from a hospital, an illness only very old people get. But the reality is much closer, and it affects all of us. Sarcopenia is simply the loss of muscle mass and strength that comes with age. And no, it doesn't start at 80. Science is very clear. From age 30 onwards, if we don't do anything, we can lose between 3% and 5% of our muscle mass every decade. After 60, it speeds up. You could lose up to 3% every year. Think about that for a second. This isn't about looks. It's not about having a flat stomach or magazine cover biceps. It's about something much more basic. Losing muscle means losing quality of life. It means that one day the grocery bags feel heavier than before. Climbing a flight of stairs leaves you breathless. Getting up from a chair suddenly takes effort when it didn't before. You lose your balance more easily, which multiplies your risk of falls and fractures that can change your life completely. Your muscles are your armor. They're your engine. Healthy muscle burns more calories, even at rest, and helps keep obesity and type 2 diabetes at bay. They're your amino acid reserve, essential for your immune system to work and to recover from illness or surgery. In short, your muscles are your fountain of youth. And if you're young and you train, this matters a lot to you too. Every time you go to the gym, go for a run, or just have an active day, you create microtears in your muscle fibers. That's good. It's the signal your body needs to get stronger. But to rebuild, it needs the right raw material, the bricks. And those bricks are amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Without enough protein, both in quantity and quality, that recovery falls short. You feel more sore, more tired, and you don't see progress. So whether you want to fight the effects of aging or make the most out of your workouts, the key question is always the same. Are you giving your body the right protein? That's where the egg enters the scene and where our story gets interesting. Let's be fair. The egg earned its reputation. It's nutritious, affordable, and you can cook it in endless ways. When it comes to protein, it's almost perfect. One large egg, about 50 green, gives you 6 to 7 grade of protein. That's about 13 grade of protein per 100 grains of egg. But the most important thing isn't the amount, it's the quality. Egg protein is complete. It contains all 9 essential amino acids that our body can't make and must get from food. On top of that, our body absorbs and uses it incredibly efficiently. For all these reasons, eggs were crowned king, and for a long time, no one dared to challenge it. But here's where we need to introduce a new concept: protein density. In other words, how much protein does a food give you per gram of its weight? And this is where the mighty egg begins to falter against some unexpected rivals. Now let's be honest. No one eats 100 grains of seeds in one go. Just like it's easy to eat 2 eggs, that's already 100 green. A normal serving of seeds is 2 or 3 tablespoons, around 20 to 30 green. But what I'm going to show you is that if you include these seeds smartly in your daily routine, not only can you match but actually surpass the protein you thought only eggs could give you, and at the same time add a ton of nutrients eggs simply don't have. So get ready. We're starting a countdown journey, climbing the ladder of power, from very good seeds to the number 1, the one that truly deserves the crown. Seed number 6. Chia seeds, the Aztec jewel of endurance. We start with a tiny but legendary seed, chia. In the Mayan language, chia means strength, and it was the fuel of Aztec messengers and warriors. They believed 1 spoonful was enough to last 24 hours. That's obviously an exaggeration, but it gives you an idea of how nutritious it is. In terms of protein, chia has around 16 to 17 Gr per 100 Gr, already higher than the egg's 13 Gr. But here's where we need to be precise. While chia's amino acid profile is fantastic, it's not considered a complete protein because it's a bit low in one amino acid called lysine. Not a big problem if you eat a varied diet, but important to know. Where chia really shines is fiber. When you mix it with water or milk, something magical happens. It absorbs up to 12 times its weight and forms a gel. This gel keeps you fuller for longer, stabilizes blood sugar, and hydrates you from the inside out, key after exercise. And let's not forget its omega-3 fats, great for fighting inflammation caused by stress, workouts, and poor diet. How to use it? The easiest way is to make pudding. 3 tablespoons of chia in a cup of plant-based milk. Add some sweetness if you like, leave it in the fridge overnight, and by morning you have a creamy, delicious breakfast. You can also add a spoonful to smoothies, yogurt, or oatmeal. Chia is a great starting point, but this is only the beginning. Let's level up. Seed number 5. Flax seeds, the digestive and hormonal guardian. Next competitor, flaxseed. With about 18 to 20 G of protein per 100 Gr, it once again beats the egg. Like chia, technically it's not a complete protein, since it's also low in lysine, but with a balanced diet, that's no issue. Where flaxseed is unmatched is in 2 areas. First, its fiber, fantastic for digestive health, but its real superpower is lignans. Flax is the richest source of these compounds in the world. Lignans are phytoestrogens that help balance hormones, and many studies link them to a lower risk of certain cancers, like breast and prostate cancer. Plus, flax is loaded with omega-3s, great for heart and brain health. Crucial detail. To get all these benefits, you need to eat ground flaxseed. If you eat it whole, it passes right through without being absorbed. Buy it already ground and store it in the fridge, or better yet, grind a little yourself every few days with a coffee grinder. How to use it? Easy. Add 1 or 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed to your smoothie, yogurt, or salads. A simple step that adds protein, fiber, and unique hormonal power. We've got endurance and balance. Now, let's add protection. Seed number 4, sunflower seeds, the antioxidant shield for your muscles. Now we're entering heavyweight territory. Sunflower seeds, often eaten as a casual snack, are a nutritional bomb. With an impressive 21 G of protein per 100 Gr, they leave the egg far behind. Again, for transparency, their protein is a little low in lysine, so they pair well with other foods. But the real value of sunflower seeds for your muscles isn't just protein, it's protection. They're one of the best sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant. Think of it this way. When you train, your body produces free radicals, molecules that damage muscle cells and slow recovery. Vitamin E acts like your muscle's bodyguard, neutralizing the bad guys and protecting your cells. They're also rich in selenium, another antioxidant mineral that helps your thyroid function properly, regulating metabolism. And if that wasn't enough, they give you a good dose of magnesium, the relaxation mineral. Magnesium helps muscles relax after contracting, prevents cramps, and improves sleep, the time when real recovery and growth happen. How to enjoy them? Eat them raw or lightly toasted, but don't overdo the salt. They're a perfect snack. Add them to salads for crunch or try sunflower butter as an alternative to peanut butter. We've added protection. Now let's go for minerals and strength. Seed number 3, pumpkin seeds, the treasure of magnesium and zinc. If sunflower seeds were the shield, pumpkin seeds are the forge. These green gems are a nutritional powerhouse, with protein ranging from 19 up to an impressive 30 gram per 100 gram. Some specific varieties, when processed, can reach 33, but the average is already more than double the egg. Though not a complete protein, they're rich in certain amino acids like arginine, which improves blood flow and helps nutrients reach your muscles more efficiently. But where pumpkin seeds truly shine as a superfood for strength is in their minerals. They're one of the best plant sources of magnesium and zinc. We've already talked about magnesium, but it's essential. If you feel tired, crampy, or sleep poorly, you might be lacking it. Zinc is the mineral of strength and immunity. It's vital for healing, including muscle repair, immune function, and most importantly, it's involved in hormone production like testosterone, crucial for building and maintaining muscle mass. How to use them? Sprinkle them on everything. Buy them raw and shelled, and add them to soups, salads, yogurt, or just eat them by the handful. We've already raised the protein bar. Now it's time for a more exotic leap. Seed number 2, Sacha inchi, the complete protein of the Amazon. Get ready, because this one comes straight from the heart of the Peruvian Amazon. Sacha inchi, also known as Inca peanut, is a star-shaped seed consumed by indigenous cultures for centuries for its power, and the numbers prove it. Sacha inchi has between 25 and 30 g of protein per 100 gram, more than double that of the egg. And here's the best part. Its protein is complete. It contains all 9 essential amino acids in fantastic proportions. Plus, it digests beautifully. Your body uses it super efficiently, without the heaviness that some other proteins cause. This makes it ideal post-workout, when you need nutrients to reach your muscles as quickly as possible. And as if that weren't enough, it's one of the richest plant sources of omega-3, with an almost perfect balance with omega-6, helping keep inflammation under control. How is it consumed? Most commonly, you'll find it toasted. It has an amazing flavor and makes a perfect snack. You can also find it as protein powder for shakes or as oil for salads. Don't heat it or its good fats get damaged. Sacha inchi is a serious contender for the throne. It's almost the perfect seed, almost, because one remains, the number one, the one that has it all. Seed number 1, hemp. We've traveled from the Aztecs to the Amazon. We've found seeds that give us endurance, balance, protection, and strength. But now it's time to introduce the undisputed queen, the seed that takes first place and is probably the most powerful and complete plant-based protein source for your muscles, hemp seed. And forget any prejudice. We're talking about the seeds, a legal, safe superfood with nutritional power that seems out of this world. First, the numbers, which are brutal. Hemp seeds have between 31 and 35 g of protein per 100 gram. Think about that for a moment. That's almost 3 times the protein of the same amount of egg. Of course, portion matters, but just 3 tablespoons of shelled hemp seeds, about 30 g, give you 10 to 11 g of protein. That's nearly the same as 2 large eggs in just 3 tablespoons. But quantity without quality is meaningless, and this is where hemp shines. Its protein is not only complete with all 9 essential amino acids, it's also super easy to digest for a plant. That's because its main protein, edestan, is very similar to the proteins in our own body, so it's absorbed incredibly well, without causing bloating or discomfort. This makes it perfect post-workout or for older adults. But healthy muscle needs more than protein, and hemp delivers. It's one of the few seeds with the golden ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats, 3:1, the ideal balance to fight inflammation. And the list goes on. It's a spectacular source of minerals like magnesium, zinc, and iron. Now, the million-dollar question, does this have anything to do with marijuana? The answer is a resounding no. These seeds come from industrial hemp, a variety of the cannabis sativa plant cultivated for its seeds and fibers, with virtually no THC, the psychoactive compound. By law, it contains less than 0.3%. It's completely safe and healthy for all ages. Hemp is the total package. More protein, of the best quality, highly digestible, with perfect anti-inflammatory fats, and packed with minerals. How do you start using this superfood? It's super easy. They're sold shelled, called hemp hearts, with a soft texture and a delicious flavor like pine nuts or walnuts. Imagine a bowl of oatmeal with a spoonful of hemp, a spoonful of chia, and a handful of pumpkin seeds. Without realizing it, you've prepared a breakfast with more protein, fiber, and healthy fats than most meals, setting the foundation for a day of strength and energy. If this has opened your eyes and you want to keep discovering nature's secrets to power your body, join this community. Subscribe now and hit that bell, because in upcoming videos we'll keep revealing tools like this to help you take control of your well-being. And now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Did you know about hemp's power? Which of these seeds surprised you the most? And are you going to try? Your questions and discoveries are what make this worthwhile. Lastly, if you thought of a friend or family member who's always tired, who wants to regain strength, or who would simply benefit from this knowledge, do them a favor and share this video. A small gesture could be the first step to changing someone's life. So, we've challenged the king, the egg, and we've seen that while it's good, its reign has competition. We discovered chia's endurance, flax's hormonal balance, sunflower's antioxidant shield, and pumpkin's mineral strength. We traveled to the Amazon to meet Sacha Inchi's complete protein. But in the end, one seed stood out above the rest: hemp. With its brutal protein density, perfect amino acid profile, incredible digestibility, and ideal fat balance, it's crowned the undisputed champion for protecting and building your muscles. Nature gives us incredibly powerful tools: slowing aging, regaining vitality, and building a strong, resilient body is within your reach. It's not about restriction, but about addition. About intelligently including superfoods that give you maximum benefit in every bite. Don't wait until tomorrow, start today. Go to the store, look for these seeds, and add a spoonful of power to your next meal. Your muscles will thank you. Yeah,